Hey guys, Mark here, and I want to touch on something that's really important, and it's the difference between believing that something is true and believing in, especially when your life is on the line. Now, let me tell you a true story that will make this difference crystal clear. Some of you know that I've spent years working with military and police personnel. And recently I heard a story about a police officer who faced one of these split-second life or death moments. He was in the process of making an arrest when the suspect suddenly stepped back, pivoted, and pulled a gun from his waistband, aiming it right at the officer's chest. Now, this officer had been to the range and he'd seen bulletproof vests tested on the range. He believed that the vest could stop a bullet, but in that moment, when it wasn't just going to be theory anymore, he had to decide if he believed in the vest. So he took a breath, braced himself, drew his own weapon, and trusted that the vest would do what it was designed to do. The suspect fired, but thankfully the officer survived. And that's the difference. You can believe that something works, but it means nothing until you believe in it enough to trust it with your life. The Bible makes this same distinction really clear. James 2:19 says, "Even the demons believe that God exists and they shudder." But here's the thing. Jesus is the most historically documented and referenced person who's ever lived. Many people who don't believe in him still acknowledge that he existed. But believing that Jesus lived and believing in Jesus as Lord are two completely different things. Believing that God is real doesn't save you. Believing in him, trusting him, surrendering to him, following him, that is faith. Now, when fear hits, when life blindsides you, when it feels like the gun's pointed at your chest, you don't need more information. You need transformation. You need faith in Jesus. So, here's the question. Do you just believe that Jesus is real, or do you believe in him enough to trust him with your life? Because when everything shakes, belief that won't hold you. Only belief in will. Follow Jesus. This is the way.